Grand Rising, everyone. I am Stardust Diamond. Thank you, Mother Earth, for a roof and food and clothes. Namaste, Satu. I am beautiful. I am handsome. I'm smart. I am creative. I am confident. I am strong. I can adapt. I can grow my own garden. I can manifest a better Mother Earth. And I can treat others the way I want to be treated. So to be a peaceful Mother Earth. Amen. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for messages. Thank you for viewings. Thank you for likings. I'm always thankful and grateful every single day. Always gratitudes every single day, and always grateful and thankful. Along on our journeys of our emotions, of our chakras, we continue to keep going through this Truman Show of this illusion of this whole world. It's exciting to see a lot of brothers and sisters are standing up. They're standing up for each other. They're going against the negatives, because what the negatives are doing, as all these cultures and all these colors of skins and all these religions and all these country names and all this stuff, it's just an illusion of them dividing us. Some people are still like in the dividing. Nobody's better than nobody. You know, it's exciting to see all the different areas that they're standing up against these negatives. The negative people are the corrupted governments and all that are corrupted. A lot of them, most of them. Because, you know, we still have them pushing on the children on these rainbow flags and all these different names and stuff, and all this their history, how they're brainwashing the children and then telling them stuff that is in reverse that's happening. So that's why there's a lot of conflict, because each side thinks, oh no, you're the one who's actually doing this stuff. No, you're the one who's doing this stuff. No, this is what the negatives do. They want to corrupt, they want to make. But the more of us unite, and we have more numbers, more power together. People need to understand, we need to come together. We need to flood the streets with all the beautiful brothers, just millions of us, to stand up and tell them to send back those people that they're bringing in each country. See, they're doing this on purpose. See what they did is they slowly brought them in there, give them a whole bunch of money, give them houses, and then each country and area, right? They try to take away the jobs of the people who are there, and then make room for them to have that job. See, this is why I do not support. I'll never support. I'm going to stop supporting the places that are doing that. You know, I am not drinking or eating anything at Tim Hortons. I'm not going to buy anything else at Canadian Tire. I'm going to start finding other places, because I want to stop going to Walmart. It's just they're the ones that are trying to bring over these people, and some of these people that they're letting a whole bunch of over are causing things against people and our children. And it's amazing that these brothers and sisters who are out there, I'm so thankful, and who are protesting in Toronto, Ontario, and everywhere else, even Welland, Ontario, you know, keep it up. You know, I'm so proud of you all. Keep it up. really emotion. Something just like, boom, hit me. Oh, jeez. You know, it's all this nonsense. These inorganic ones are allowing these people to get away with stuff. And get away with stuff doing to a child and continue to do it and not just let them out. Just keep letting all these negative people out, telling us that we can't defend where we live. We can't fight back. No. We can. You know, we're allowed to protect where we are. It should nonsense. These people can't just come in and do stuff, bad stuff, and then they get away with it. You know, this young lady, this guy did something to her, and then he went back in there and back out the next day, and she went to the program, all this usual name country names US. She went back there to get away from this guy. And meanwhile, we have this other guy that's done stuff to 2 children and is back out. And then you got all these people that have done stuff to the children that are out. And in the end, it's nonsense. Because it's not right. We are going to have justice. And I'm so happy that people are protesting and standing up to these people. You know, it's not right for what they have done and continue to do. But as long as we continue not to give up and keep going, we are all God's children. Okay, we are all brothers, sisters. We are all unite. Like every time in my head, unite. Let's unite as one people, one people, one race, one religion, one love, one people. We are all together. We need to deprogram or just put all this nonsense aside. Let's get out there and stop this nonsense. You know, it's so exciting that I'm so grateful for Trump. He's doing a lot of stuff. And I'm happy about it. But I'm just not happy at where I am in my program area where they're just using these police. I do not feel like these police are here to protect us. They're here to puppet from the inorganic ones' rules. You know, it's just, they're doing this on purpose. And they're doing this everywhere, okay? And it's not acceptable, okay? It's making people, and then they distribute this other stuff to people, and then they're all just nonsense. It's just like a whole big bam of things, you know, and everything's people and all this. They're doing this everywhere. To me, it feels like a storybook, and it feels like I'm waiting for people to be more humble themselves and realize that we're all united. You know, it's exciting to see all these people protesting and speaking up. You know, I'm always going to say rest in peace, sending condolence. You know, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I send my condolences to his family. You know, but we're going to continue to speak up. We're going to continue all to talk. We're not letting these people get away with this stuff. It is not acceptable. And I want to send prayers. I want everybody who watched this, could you please send prayers? Oh, I'm going to cry. Those evening birds. The inorganic ones here want to eliminate them because they're making up something about them having disease and stuff when they don't. and they wanted to do 400 of them. And it's not right. I wish I could do more. But I keep praying. I keep praying for these birds to stay alive. They have done nothing wrong. The alligator ones just want to keep causing, making up things. And then in reverse, they make these good people like Charlie Kirk, they make them look like they're bad people, but they're not. Yeah, my son is and partner are a bit programmed with things. And it's hard for me because I love my son with all my heart. Like, I dearly do. But I'm still going to continue to say what I say. It don't matter what they say. Because I know what I see and what I feel in the energies. And I know it's supposed to get better in some time, but and I know it's something about it's people's choices of how this reality is split. You know, and once people realize that there's all different kind of brothers and sisters all around the world. There's one gentleman I watch. He's actually all blue. But he has like illusion of like, you can see him as a human. I don't know how he does it, but he's actually all blue, and I love it. You know, I love, like, I can't wait to meet all the other brothers and sisters, because I always remember when I was really, really young, when I was really small, and I always played by myself. Because, like, a lot of us feel like we're black sheeps, and that's just how I was. I didn't have any friends really growing up. I still don't have anybody here. This is why I do a little bit channel, and I enjoy it, and I love seeing all the people on my channel, because, you know, it makes us feel like we're welcome. We got people that are, like, connecting with us. Yeah, and then there's a lot that we have to deal with, and then I understand that I'm dealing with all these narcissists, and then they just don't change. They just keep doing the same pattern. You know, they only care about their self and stuff. A lot of them just, you know, in this world, like, I don't eat meat. Okay, I stopped eating meat for about 6 years. I don't drink pop. I'm trying to stop eating some of the junk food and stuff, and getting into better food like jar foods and all that. But eventually I'll get there, right? But, you know, I still have to. A lot of us procrastinate, and there's a lot of stuff just keeps on piling, right? And then, like, all I want is, like, people just to leave me alone and let me be. But, you know, it's just a constant, you know, they just do the same pattern over and over and over and over and over and over and repeat. Like, some of them might change. Okay, I can't say all of them, but, you know, these people do the same thing over and over and over, you know, constant. Another neighbor thinks, you know, throwing their stuff in the bin loud one by one is going to bother me. No, it don't. And the other neighbors over there, they just peek over, talk, whatever. And then you got one neighbor, like, right across the road, just gives you the eyes and all this other stuff, nonsense. And then I go out. And then when I do, I collect for now. I'm collecting, like I told you guys, this is what I do to make extra to help with the matrix. Is I wish I could find another way to make money, which I'm trying. But, it's a little frustrated because, every time I'm collecting all these beer cans and stuff, all these people think they can be negative to me and stuff, or this one guy who's just doesn't stop trying to pick on me over and over and over and over and over. It's just a time where somebody just like blows up. How many times can you take it? The only way that I'm going to get rid of it is to find something else to make money so I can get away from those negative people. But I'm going to miss all the nice people that help me and talk to me. And I put out an elder lady's garbage. And a lot of them like having the conversations and talking. But right now I'm having a lot of bike problems, over at Canadian Tire. I don't know why they made a bike where nobody else can fix this pedaling area where it's kind of loose and it feels like it keeps pulling when I pedaling back and forth, and then it makes like a scrape noise. And like we brought it there and they didn't fix it right, but I brought it to a fix and bike place, and they said they couldn't fix it, and they said that this is just going to keep coming out. And then I'm like, well, why would they make a product that's just going to keep coming out? Just to make money? Is that how it is these days? Really? They make products that break down easy so people can keep buying more products in this illusion. It's just like all these holes in the roads, they want people to keep buying tires, buying products. It's part of their thing. They want to keep having issues for us and problems and stuff. They just continue to keep doing things over and over. And some people will listen. I keep praying that my son will actually realize. It's going to be hard for me to deprogram him, but I will. I will take all the efforts. I'll do whatever it takes to slowly break my son out of this program, this stuff they get. Like, he keeps wanting to check up what's going on, but I try to tell him that like a lot of that stuff is not true. They're just putting it in your head. They put out things so people can manifest what they want, because we are the ones with souls. We ones to do the manifestation. We just need to manifest peace on earth, and peace with the animals, and peace with the trees and the plants, and let all the animals live, and no more doing stuff to the animal, no more doing stuff to the people, living in peace and harmony in one. It is pretty much what we need to do. A lot of us are growing our own gardens and learning about foods and medicine. And then good news that Donald Trump was going to talk about something about autisms. I know they have cures for everything, so I want to wait what he's got to say about that, which I'm excited. I'm really excited for how things are going there. But, I just want that to spread all over the place. And just get rid of these negative ones we have here. Justice will prevail. All the dark will come to the light. Just don't give up, all right? I know this is a very hard time. And everybody's going through ridiculous stuff. But there is blessings in there. And there's people that try to help us. And God sends those people all the time. So, we're just need to keep on going. We're like so highly empath that I really don't need to talk to people. I can feel their energies, and if they're really negative, I just try to go away from it. I just smile, try to smile. Try to get through all this nonsense. And kind of continue to deal with things, Just continue to be yourself. Stand up for yourself. Get those lines for yourself. Because, people will do stuff, but, only you can make yourself healthy. Only you can stop eating certain things. Only you can do stuff for your body. Only you yourself can be strong and change things that slowly, one at a time, to make yourself healthy. And it's very difficult for a lot of people, and there's not difficult for people. There's nobody in this earth is perfect. There's no perfect. This is what the inorganic ones want. They want the things that you need to be perfect. You need to keep going. That makes your body wear and tear and down over and over, and they make you push yourself, make you think you got to do this stuff and this and that. Constant. That's why people have all these problems. You know, a lot of these diseases are from parasites, and I'm going to eventually get them. I'm just going to get them. I do not like pills because of my mom. I don't want to talk about that. But I'll try these. Maybe the one he's talking about is I think it's Folium that gets rid of all your metals and stuff, which that's what the parasites feed off, I think. And a lot of the illnesses around is caused by parasites. And then once, if we can just eliminate all that stuff, because these inorganic ones keep spraying this stuff on us all the time. Oh, my son is home. You're gonna see him in a second. Alright, I'm gonna end this video. Alright, you guys, have a beautiful, blissful day. My sweetheart. Just give me a sec. It's okay. Have a beautiful, blissful day. Get out there, meditate, enjoy this beautiful world. Sprinkle some stardust, and bye for now.